But I will tell you what, Mondo, I started seeing some reports of people already starting to return it after 1 week.
Dude, last week we were talking about the Apple Vision Pro. What do you think? Did you start going in the middle of Houston downtown, just shaking your hands like
You know
Minority
what?
Report?
I was looking for people. I'm like, hey man, apparently they're making the glass holes cool again. I mean, that's what it seems like. Yeah, because y'all remember, like back in the day, Google had their little Google eyeglasses. Then Snapchat had their yellow shades, and now we've got the Meta Ray-Bans or whatever. And then we still have the Oculus, but now we've got the Vision Pro. Supposed to be making it cool again,
I guess,
but I
dude.
haven't seen them
Did,
around.
did you
What's
see
going
that
on?
Zuckerberg is such a sore loser? He actually went in Insta, and he actually was just like bad mouthing. Oh no, the Quest is way better than the Vision Pro. It's a better product.
That's right. I think he also said, but it does have good resolution or something like that. Like he gave him like a little, you know.
Man, Apple is gonna eat their lunch like big time. They always the
Yeah.
quality of products. I know that you're not an Apple guy, right? You don't like their products, but I'll tell you, they have good quality, like everything, like no screws, very thin,
Mm-hmm.
and they set the prices, like literally $3,500. It's pricey for a device like that,
That's
right?
the interesting piece there. Well, you know what? Maybe that's just like their first version. It's going to be 3,500. Then eventually it'll come down.
I don't know, man. Maybe it's just there. It's like maybe they'll
Inflation.
do a cheaper inflation too, right? But yeah, that's always surprised me that the the cloud that they have this company in the branding. It's
Mm-hmm.
just this is what we are and this is what we are charging, and take it or leave it, right? And people are taking them.
Yeah. Well, at least that's what it seems like. I think people are maybe still in that honeymoon period where you get the high from the dopamine from actually buying this thing. You stood in line. Everyone's like, oh, wants to see it and everything like that. But I will tell you what, Mondo, I started seeing some reports of people already starting to return it after 1 week. What's going on with
I,
that? What do you think
I
that's about?
think I think that is because the ecosystem is empty. Like there is
Mm,
nothing. The same things they're there. I have a friend that he's into mobile applications. Like he has been building mobile applications for years. And I say, dude, why you don't switch to start actually building applications for?
mm.
And they call it spatial, like
Spatial
the space
computing. That's right.
spatial computing, right? So and and I think that that's a good play if you are into programming and things like that. Spend some time on 3D rendering and all of that, because I think that that's the new ecosystem. We saw it when mobile was coming up with the iTunes and all of the applications, and it's just you have a decade of different and the paradigm to switch from an application which is flat
Mm-hmm.
to a movement like this. I think that it will shake up. And yes, I can see people saying, well, this is cool, but I don't have anything to do, right? Like there is no collaboration, there is no applications, there are no and games, right? Even the only applications right now are games.
Yeah.
So the interesting thing will be to create applications so that way you can just keep the headset for several hours.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I think that's my thinking, that right now the ecosystem is empty.
Yeah, I think you're onto something there. I mean, from some of the reports that I saw, right, the people that were returning it after a week, they're like, okay, I bought it, I used it. What do I do now? It's like, I don't know if they're thinking they want to use it within their daily workflow, like, to actually do work. I saw several people on YouTube doing like their office setups
Mhm.
with the Apple Pro, right? They've got their YouTube screen up here, they've got their computer screen. And by the way, that actually they have some pretty cool technology there where they're able to mirror their Apple screen, like from their laptop or their desktop. They're able to
Yeah.
mirror it inside the Vision Pro, so you're not actually just looking at it down there, but it puts the screen inside. So that's pretty cool. They would set up like some games on some on the side, so if they want to play chess, things like that. Like they're trying to bring what they would have normally within their physical world into their
Mhm.
Vision Pro world, which I totally get. I saw there were some early bugs like if you set up too many screens, it would reboot or bog down. I think they did already do some type of firmware upgrade or driver upgrade or something, and that's fixed now. So they're steadily improving it, but I think you're onto something. It's like once you get past that initial like, oh man, this thing is so cool, I just bought it. It's like, what's really next? I think the people that are trying to build their daily workflow within
Yeah.
it, they're going to stick to it. But the people that bought it as kind of the novelty, just to see what it's all about, those are probably the first ones that are going to start to return it.
Yeah. A
Um,
friend of mine FaceTimed me, and he
mhm,
was on the device.
mm,
And actually, it creates an avatar that is like a AI avatar. It looks kind of weird, but it
mm.
looks way better than the Metas or Zuck
Sucks.
Zuck's avatar. So, and yeah, it's just kind of weird looking, almost like an emoji, but it's like very AI, very
Hmm.
like cartoonish, but still 3D-ish.
Yeah.
But yeah, and all of the it worked. I was looking into FaceTime, and he was in his avatar, and then I was able to see what he was seeing um, on the device. So that was pretty cool in my mind.
Hmm.
But again, I quickly realized, all right, what else you can do? And they only have a set of backgrounds, right? Because you are now in this spatial world, in this realm, and then you only can choose like, then you can choose like some places, and they're pretty realistic, pretty good. But
Hmm.
that's one of the things that I think that is missing, that you cannot set the environment. Dude, I like Rick and Morty. I would love to have a space, like Rick and Morty.
Yeah.
uh, but it's hard, right? Like they haven't opened the SDKs, or they haven't done it. So until they do that, probably I'm gonna get mine. The other thing that I was noticing though is that the ads,
Hmm.
some people are thinking that it's transparent, that is like glass, but
Oh, like physically, like you could see through it.
yes and no. It's actually, it was part of their advertisement to see, and even if you go to Apple, you see the person, like seeing the eyes of the person that is wearing it. No,
Hmm.
what it happens is that it has a display on the front, so they can put, I'll say, maybe any image that they can, and sure, they can put your eyes, I guess, because they have cameras outside and inside too. So and the reason why they have some of these cameras is just to sense where you're looking, because you can actually touch the keyboard with your eyes.
Hmm.
So literally, you are like looking around the keyboard inside of the Vision Pro, and then you can actually type there. It's very clunky actually typing. I was looking on my friend how he
Hmm.
was typing, and he was like trying to just move the gestures. I was like, man, you're like typing like super slow now. So they have to, and obviously Siri, right? Siri was there, but Siri sucks. We all know that. So I think that now with I think that you're gonna see this merge of all of these different technologies between AI and the prompts and all of these VR. So nice the converge of these technologies are nice.
Yeah, definitely. I think for it to really be successful, we're going to need that convergence. And it's going to take all of it to make it feel natural and seamless. But, I think it is pretty interesting about how you mentioned like what they show on the front it can be your eyes, but I think it's because maybe Apple's envisioning at some point, lots of people are wearing these things and it's going to become maybe part of normal life. And so when you walk up to someone, it's going to be weird if you're talking to them face to face and they see like some video ad playing or something. It makes sense to show
Yeah,
your face. So
yeah,
there's some sense of connection there. So I think maybe that's why they're doing that. It would be neat if it could automatically sense when you come face to face with someone, so it automatically shows your face. I'm sure they're working on
that's a
stuff like that. But
yeah, that's a good one.
I will say that this week, like I showed you guys last week, my old Samsung Oculus Gear VR, whatever it's called. I actually ran it this week, and I'm like, oh man, this thing sucks. I think last week I was saying no, it was pretty good, but no, it does kind of suck. But I mean,
Dude,
you
that's
got to
like a 10
realize,
years 10 years ago, right? Technology.
yeah, it's some old technology. Actually, I had an old what was it? An Samsung Galaxy S6 Pro, something like that. That's the phone that I was using with it. So I don't know how old that thing is. It's probably, I don't know, maybe 7, 8 years old. I'm not sure, but um, yeah, it's very pixelated. So you can definitely see the screen door effect. It's a little laggy. Maybe it's not super responsive. The the environment that you're in is very limited. You can say I want to, you know, watch only certain things. A lot of the use is just through a web browser. So if you want Netflix, you have to go netflix.com. If you want to, go to YouTube, it's going youtube.com. So, it was very, very limited. However, I could put up a screen that was like very large, equivalent to like, 100-inch screen or something like that. So it's a cheap way of, if you want a big screen and you don't want to, well, actually I say cheap, but the Apple Pro Vision Pro is like almost $4,000.
Yes.
So I guess not that cheap. Projector, a projector setup is probably around the same, almost $4,000. So I don't know. I don't know. But just to say that the technology has come a long way from that Samsung Oculus Pro, Vision Pro, whatever it's called. It has come a long way. And back then it was really cool, just as a novelty. Hopefully Apple can push it past that novelty stage and have people that are actually using it day to day.
Yeah. All right, we'll keep watching how it develops, and we'll bring you some of the latest.
That's all actually what we have for our podcast today. Hopefully you like what we talked about. Just remember to like, subscribe, and comment. We'd love to hear y'all's comments. And please, if you want to see us grow, please like and share with your friends. It makes all the difference. We'll see you next time. All right. Dale.
Dale.